Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good morning. Here is the news at 7. I am Priska Wanko. In order to avoid double taxation and other issues related to heavy-duty loading and unloading revenue on commerce and produce, Anambra State Governor Chukwuma Soludo has placed an indefinite suspension of collection of revenue heavy-duty loading and unloading as well as related areas. Governor Soludo said that the reason is to enable the government return to the drawing board and work out modalities to best enforce the revenue drive to avoid a mix-up and to make the burden less on the payers. ABS correspondent, House Correspondent Valentine Baduha has the details.
This government will stay there to protect and promote the interests of the common man. To that extent, all can well until, because this overland it regards that in over time, we don't want to get 5 times. Remember that? But in the meantime, until we now devise the method of the payment.
Governor Soludo, who made the pronouncement during an interface with the commercial vehicle operators as well as the concessionaires at the Professor Dorakunyeri Women Development Center, Oka, noted that his government is concerned about the welfare of the common man.
My heart bleeds when I see India who started let me say, when I said that before, that going forward, that nobody in the market, in the street, or anywhere should collect any tax, any fee whatsoever.
He assured of a tax system that will be progressive and simplified, and reminded the concessionaires on every sector of the initial agreement to operate on the existing tariff, saying that the increment and multiple taxation is a major concern. The governor, who said that the suspension is with immediate effect, asked the operators and the public to report anyone going against the directive of the government anywhere, both in the markets and on the streets, for appropriate actions. He further warned that no wheelbarrow pusher, hawkers, nor vulcanizers should be taxed anywhere in the state.
This heavy-duty loading, offloading, commerce, and the produce. I think these these three, I think they have already written you. I am suspended for now. We are suspending it. Guide back to the drawing board. We work out the details how it is going to work. One of the things I can work for is a system that must ensure that nobody is taxed twice. Nobody is taxed twice. Are you getting me? Because even for one moment, life example. What has happened?
He thanked the operators for the Anambra project and promised more dividends of democracy, prudence, and transparency as the chief servant of the state. In Oka, Valentine Badoga reporting for ABS News.
Meanwhile, Anambra State Governor Chukwuma Soludo has reduced the tax to be paid by commercial vehicle operators in the state and also made the payment to be weekly instead of monthly. The new rate has it that commercial motorcycle operators will now pay 1,000 naira per week, keke 2,500 naira, shuttle 3,000 naira, mini trucks 3,750 naira, minibus 3,750 naira, interstate 5,000 naira, all weekly. Government House correspondent Valentine Mbadha again has the details.
This reduction is against the 7,500 15,000, 20,000 and 25,000 being paid previously by Okada riders, keke, shuttle, minibus and mini trucks operators respectively. This therefore implies that Governor Soludo reduced their pay by over 33%, meaning that keke riders will now pay 10,000, shuttle bus 12,000, taxi drivers 12,000, mini trucks and minibus 15,000, Okada riders 4,000, while interstate henceforth will pay 20,000 on monthly basis. The governor in his speech assured of simplified and progressive tax system to avoid multiple taxation and overburden on the Anambra. He noted that his government is working on a comprehensive tax system that will be technology driven, where everyone will be taxed accordingly. Noting that the meeting was a follow-up to the earlier meeting held with transporters on 10th January 2023, Governor assured that his government will be a listening one and will continue to work to improve the welfare of the people. The governor, who emphasized that he knows what the transporters are going through as a result of the state of the roads, reassured of working towards achieving a livable and prosperous Anambra State.
Shuttle bus will also come down to 3 a week.
The chairman, Anambra State Internal Revenue Service, Mr. Richard Madebo, in an opening remark, said that the objective of the government is to make Anambra State better for businesses to thrive.
A small part of the so this opportunity will see, can you go from more people first?
Responding, the operators rejoiced at the development and promised greater cooperation and commitment to a better Anambra State.
Let me first of all thank the governor for back on in December and when very road-free access to all the roads. And we are most especially for the first time in the history of Anambra State, NMA appoint a transport stakeholder called as ATMA in the name of engineer Conti of State. In fact, the first time when a stakeholder, when they had such ministry.
The Speaker, Anambra State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Uchenna Okafor, the Secretary to the State Government, Professor Tolochukwu Lebelo, the Chief of Staff to the Governor, Mr. Ernest Ezajue, State Commissioner for Transport, Mrs. Patricia Igwebike, the ASATU Youth Leader, Comrade Ken Okoli, among other top government functionaries, attended the event held at Professor Dora Akonyele Women Development Center, Awka. In Awka, Valentine Bada reporting for ABS News.
The State Commandant of Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, Anambra State Command, Mr. Isidore Chikere, has described the media as an important partner in preventing crimes and criminality in Nigeria. Mr. Chikere stated this when he visited the Managing Director of Anambra Broadcasting Service, ABS, Achido Ubidiego, and his management staff in Awka as part of his familiarization tour to stakeholders in the state. David Ndife has the details.
According to him, the NCDC depends greatly To achieve success in the fight against the destruction of government-critical national assets and infrastructure, as well as eliminate quacks in the private security industry. He explained that the Act establishing Civil Defense Corps charged them, among other things, with the protection of all critical national assets and infrastructure of the government, licensing, supervision, monitoring, and training of private guards companies, in addition to eliminating the rate of illegal bunkering and dealings on petroleum products. He added that since his arrival to the state, the command has recorded tremendous success and depends largely on the media to showcase their success stories, adding that the visit was to seek areas to strengthen collaboration, especially in the reportage of command's activities to members of the public. Commander Chikere, who acknowledged the role of Anambra Broadcasting Service in driving awareness and sensitization through news and programs, thanked the ABS management for airing some of the command's achievements at no cost, while urging the media to be credible watchdogs and assist the NSCDC and other security agencies with credible intelligence to nip crime at the board.
I want to solicit that let us work more closer so that the activities of Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps in Anambra State is made known to the public. They will know our successes, and our successes cannot be known if you don't come in, because you are the channel through which the masses get to know the happenings in the society.
Responding, the MD-ABS, Sashido, while welcoming the state commandant and his team, noted that regular interface between the NSCDC and the media, especially ABS, would engender a better relationship among the two organizations and the broader Nigerian society. While commending the activities, Sashido assured NSCDC of support and collaboration of the establishment in its relentless efforts towards protecting life and property, as well as secure environment for business and commercial activities to thrive in the state. He expressed confidence that with the pedigree of the new NCDC boss, Anambra will be safe again, especially now that Governor Chukwuma Soludo is working tirelessly to ensure that Anambra is livable, prosperous, and secure.
So we need you just like you need us. So I can assure you, and in fact, we may need to work out a program. We may need to create a program, maybe 30 minutes. Maybe some program where you will be, or you could be featuring. We'll have a TV program called, Security Focus.
Other members of the delegation include Deputy Commandant of Anambra NCDC and Head of Private Guards Companies Department, Francis Nnadi, Head of Operations Deputy Commandant Yakubu Alada, Head of Legal Services Barrister Adedayo, and the Public Relations Officer Deputy Superintendent Okibo Edwin.
The Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, in collaboration with Anambra State Government, have flagged up the federal government cash grants to vulnerable groups in Anambra and all the National Social Investment Program, NSIM. The flag-off, which took place at Professor Dora Akunyili Women Development Center in Oka, featured the rollout of the Government Enterprise Empowerment Program, GEEP 2.0, to beneficiaries of market money and trading money, as well as the launch of the National Homegrown School Feeding Program and Farm to Kitchen Center. Emmanuel Chibota, our correspondent, tells us more.
The National Social Investment Program is a program of the federal government under the leadership of President Muhammadu Buhari, designed to specifically give a lifting hand to many of the poorest and vulnerable citizens in the country. Flagging off the program, the Federal Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, Mrs. Sadi Farouk, said the flag-off of the grant for vulnerable groups in Anambra is the President Buhari's fulfillment project introduced in 2020, aimed at sustaining the social inclusion agenda on the poor and lifting 100 million Nigerians out of poverty in 10 years.
It is our belief that the target beneficiaries and many more citizens of the state will be on their way out of poverty to prosperity, and we will, by the grace of God, as a nation, remain on track of lifting 100 million Nigerians out of poverty.
And as much as possible, I think around the sensitization of the benefit of the program hasn't been very widespread. There's another round coming up, so I hope that people are more open, take advantage of these opportunities to scale and also to lift themselves out of poverty.
In their goodwill messages, Commissioner for Youth and Sports Development, Mr. Patrick Ayamba, the Special Advisor to Governor Soludo on Innovation and Business Incubation, Lady Shinwe Okoli, the Director, National Orientation Agency, Anambra State Chapter, Barrister Charles Mwoji, represented by the Deputy Director of the agency, Sir Joseph Uchendo, the State Chairman, Civil Society Organization, Sir Chris Azor, appreciated the federal government for the empowerment program in the states.
I want to thank Mr. President for what he's doing, especially in this demand campaign development. He has set the goal of programs, empowered, and so on and so forth.
The event attracted the Commissioner for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Town Union Matters, Mr. Tony Collins Nwabuane, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning, Mrs. Stephanie Kelly Uzo, traditional rulers, among other dignitaries. Emmanuel Shibata for ABS News.
Umuada Nsugbe community in Anambra East local government area have sent a Sebasu message to the federal and Anambra state governments on the fate of their children were arrested and being detained for no explicable cause. They passed this message during a peaceful protest they held in the community for 2 days, calling on government to call former senator that represented Anambra North Senatorial District, Alphonsus Iweke, who hails from the community to order. Ngozi Obiliri covered the peaceful demonstration, and this report is taken from here.
The women, who are mostly daughters of Nsugbe, both old and young, carried placards with inscriptions like "Free Charles Obodechine," "Free Chidi Akudo," and others you arrested in year 2000. Ubanese, enough is enough. You are not the only senator in Anambra. Leave poor Nnadi village alone, among others. The leader of the group, Mrs. Eukaria Atta, alleged that Senator Ibeke, popularly called Ubanese, arrested Charles Obodechine, who was engaged by the youth of Nnadi village, where Senator Ibeke hails from, to fix their electricity problem to enable them have light like other parts of the village. Mrs. Atta, who alongside other women laid curses on the former senator, bearing the sand of the community in their hands at Okeka Izu, being the sacred arena of the community, explained that they decided to protest since they have intervened in the issue since September 2022, which Senator Ibeke allegedly turned deaf ears and said that they are giving him ultimate release the boys who are now men as they were arrested when they were minors for firing firecrackers in year 2000, or they will pull the community down. On his part, a member of Nsugbe Council of Elders, which is the highest in the community, said they have fined the senator 1 million naira and said he will remain on his own until he releases the people he is detaining and paid the money. They alleged that the senator has been intimidating members of the community without resource to law and order. In their various speeches, the youth leader of the community, Comrade Onwuzulike, who is one of the boys that were arrested in year 2, the only person that was released out of the 9 boys taken, and a brother to one of the 2 arrested in September 2022, said that for over 20 years they were arrested, nobody is aware of the police station or custodian center they were being reminded till today. They called on government to come to their aid, as they said they cannot lose 8 men of the community because they fired firecrackers.
Government, Babiko, and Senator Vanessa Leke, Kenya, government,
Reacting to the development through telephone conversation, Senator Ibeke said that he did not arrest anyone in the community, urging them to go to every police station in the country and search, that he has never filed any case against anybody from the community. Senator Ibeke listed various developmental programs he brought into the community even before he became a senator, alleging that someone is after his good name just to score cheap goals and destroy the peace in his community.
The Federal Executive Council, FEC, presided over by Vice President Professor Yemi Oshibanjo, has approved the proposal for the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited, NNPPC, to invest 1.9 trillion in the reconstruction of 44 federal roads under the tax credit policy. Of this amount, 215.3 billion will be spent on South-South and South-East roads. Senior Special Assistant to the President of Media and Publicity, Office of the Vice President, Laolu Akande, who briefed journalists after the meeting, said FEC approved the recommendation to invest in the reconstruction of selected federal roads under the Federal Government Road Infrastructure Development and Refurbishment Investment Tax Credit Policy Phase 2 by the NPPC and its subsidiaries. The approval is coming 15 months after the NPPC expressed interest in investing in the reconstruction of selected federal roads in order to sustain a smooth supply and distribution of petroleum products across the country. King Charles has asked for a surge in profit from 6 new offshore wind farms on the Crown Estate, worth €1 billion to be used for the wider public good rather than the royal family. The royal household's public funding is based on 25% of Crown Estate profits, but King Charles wants to reduce this percentage so that more is kept by the Treasury to be used for public spending. The King spoke of the pressures of the cost of living in his Christmas speech. The Crown Estate is an independently run commercial business whose profits go to the Treasury, but those profits are used as the benchmark for the level of public funding for the royal family, known as the Sovereign Grant, which last year was worth $86.3 million. Jamaican Olympic sprinting champion Usain Bolt has lost $1 million in his account in an investment company, Stocks and Security Limited, to hackers. The track star lawyer said they're ready to file a lawsuit if that would make it possible to recover the lost money that mysteriously disappeared from Bolt's accounts. According to a statement from both lawyers, the account was part of Bolt's retirement and lifetime savings. Reacting to the development, Stocks and Securities Limited said in a statement that it learned of the fraudulent activity by a former employee and had alerted law enforcement to the situation. It also said that it has taken measures to secure customers' assets and tighten protocols. Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS in many parts of the world by liking our Facebook page. Subscribe to our YouTube page at youtube.com/ABS Television, okay, and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. To end the news this morning, a recap of the main points. Anambra State Governor Soludo has suspended revenue collection and heavy-duty loading orders. NSCDC Anambra State Commander Chikere has visited ABSMD Obidiogo. FEC has approved 1.9 trillion for reconstruction of 44 federal roads. King Charles of England is to divert Crown Estate windfall to public good. Here is still a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround the maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of Kaibo. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that ends the news at 7 on ABS Television at this time. Thanks for watching. I am Priska Wanko. Good morning.